What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the live show. We are live. Oh man, how's everybody doing? I got the shades on because I had somewhat of a crazy night last night, so I just need these shades. So here we are. Here we are. Today's show, we are talking about the top 5 craziest conspiracies. If you know me, you know that conspiracies, that's what I do. All right. Conspiracies, UFOs, fly shit, cars, whatever it is, that's what I do. But before I get started, I'd like to leave you this. Let me shoot this right here. If you see this, these are the LR Pod Live Adam shirts. Okay. Different colors. Go to the site, iamlennyreed.com. I got merch over there. Check that out. So that's basically sponsoring this show right here for now. Also, if you're going to watch this on a rebroadcast, and most likely you're going to, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share if you will. That'd be dope. That'll help me out. That'll get me solidified up in here. Okay, let's get to the show. Like I said, welcome. We're going to get right into it. I don't wait. I don't let nobody come in or whatever. I'm just going to do it because I'm more branched on a rebroadcast of the situation. So number one, let's go to this right here. I'm sorry, number 5. What we're going to do is 5. Yes, number 5 is one that I really. Oh, and at the end of this program, I have a bonus. So it's 6 altogether. But let's start with 5. Let's work our way down to 1. Okay. So let's see here. Let's get situated. Hit that like button, please. If you're watching, if you are, doing a rebroadcast, hit that like button. Come on, man. Come on. I got something sipping over. I got some cookies over here too, but I'm not going to do that to y'all chewing on the microphone. I'm not going to do that, but I got a sip. I got this just water though. Yeah. So you see what the number 5 is? The Reptilians. Now, that's probably one of the oldest conspiracies that I remember. It's the reptiles or the Reptilians or whatever. It was a movie. No, I think it was a show. Actually, let's cue it up, baby. Let's cue it up. Now, do you all remember this show? Because this is how I'm going to start. I'm going to start right to it. I'm not waiting for nobody coming to the room. Like I said, this is the fun part. Let's get to it, baby. Let's get to it. Do y'all remember this movie? Show. I'm sorry, show. Come with me. This was started it off for me when it comes to the Reptilians. Do y'all know what this show is right here? Only old heads only. Old heads only. I can't believe I was watching shit like this back in the day compared to what's going on now.
I have something to show you.
Skin peeling, my G. She said, get out the way, Negro.
One of my own people tried to kill me.
And you hear the voice?
5th column. It's spread throughout the fleet. Every ship's reporting incidents.
Not on this ship. I'll have no traitors on this ship. I want a staff
Traitors.
meeting called for immediately. With your permission, of course, Pamela.
If I may, I'd like to suggest that we transfer
And
all
this
of our
scared
employee
us in the
prisoners
80s,
to
yo.
our
Can you
security
believe that? Can you
headquarters.
believe this scared us in the 80s? But anyway, that was V. You can probably check it out on YouTube or something like that. V sort of put the I guess the insert into the head on the reptilians taking over the world. And it'd been a lot of things about the reptilians, and a couple shows on YouTube called it. But I'm about to play something else that really breaks down. I guess it breaks down. At the end of this little snippet, I'll tell you how I feel about it. Do I think it's bullshit? It never really, it was never one of my top conspiracies, because is there possibly some kind of higher being on this planet that lives, underground? Yeah, it's possible. All right, let's check this out.
I woke up. A reptilian came into the room. We went to an underground cave.
Go ahead.
There was a group of reptilians there, and they stood around me in a circle. Each one of them put one hand on my body, and I slowly changed. And it was the most amazing, but also...
So she was changing into a reptile, right? And it was the most amazing thing that ever happened to her. Okay.
sort of bizarre situation to look down at your body and see it morph from your human form into a reptilian form. To see the skin shift from being smooth into scales. And to find that I had a tail.
Could Charmaine's incredible story be true? Was she
I don't
really
know,
transformed
Charmaine.
into
Not
a reptilian
convinced.
human hybrid? Charmaine claims she learned from her abductors that all humans today are byproducts of alien genetic manipulation. Some more than others.
At certain points in our history, different ET races have come to this planet, and they have not manipulated all of
No,
humanity, but
Charmaine.
certain
You're not
groups.
convincing me, young lady.
The reason and agenda for alien intelligences to be on this planet manipulating humans and animals is because there are wars.
Okay, guys, watch.
Check this out. Hold up. Let me wait. Go back to that. Go back to that. Go
Types
back
of
to that.
intelligences about territory, and that those territorial wars involve populations of created and manipulated life.
If reptilian extraterrestrials have inhabited Earth for thousands of years,
Who's that?
are they
Snake?
content to continue
Who's
hiding
that?
out underground? Or is the day fast approaching where they will step out of the shadows and announce their presence once again?
All right. Okay. Listen. Check this out. This is how I feel about this. Do I think there are somewhat shapeshifters? Because that's another name. And a guy that I heard a lot of this about, I think his name is David Icke. And you can probably check him out on YouTube. And he goes into the whole shapeshifters. They control, they the Illuminati and all that fly stuff, right? Now, if you look at how Earth is structured, we live on the outside. We got to deal with the elements. We got to, we deal with, sun issues and, meteoroids and anything that comes on the surface of things we have to deal with. That doesn't seem advanced to me. I think in advance, being a something will live in the inside of something, just like we live in the inside of a house. So if something was in the inside of the earth, and they able to live down there and have cities down there, hey, that would probably be more advanced than us. But I'm going to take you to modern day. And this is real right here. This was on TikTok and I think a couple other platforms. And she breaks it down. And check this out.
And there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you.
Either she was drunk as hell or she was telling the truth. I don't know which one it was.
Back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
Okay, all right, so this is a mystery to me. Now, I've seen this video in several places, and I've checked it out, I've researched it, and it's hard to tell what's going on. I'm going to show you several different aspects from what I think could possibly be going on. I believe she saw something, and she believes with all her heart she saw this person, whichever person it was she was referring to, and that she believes that this person is something else. Could it be a reptilian? Could it be a shapeshifter? Well, let's watch the video again and check this out.
I feel weird even playing this.
Okay.
I'm doing it for you guys.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the fuck off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the fuck off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot
Now
believe
check
it.
this out.
I
What do
don't
you
give two
think?
fucks.
Maybe one of
I'm
these?
telling
I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro.
I don't know. Maybe possibly one of
Probably
these
drunk.
people.
She probably had like 5 bottles of tequila.
When I first saw it,
okay, that's it. Now, when we're looking at this, and this is basically, you know, the whole reptilian aspect of it. I told you at the end of each number, I would give you an honest answer on how I feel. When it comes to reptilians and this conspiracy, I just don't see it. It's not enough proof. I mean, this one lady, she could have been high on something. She could have had an E-pill. I don't know. I would like to talk to her. That would be dope. But other than that, I don't get the feel that the reptilians are something that we should be scared of or fear, right? Okay. So let's go to number 4. Hollow Earth. Now, Hollow Earth, I love this shit. This is me all day, every day. So let's check this out, the Hollow Earth, and let's start it by now. Before I get started with the Hollow Earth, I'm gonna go into this dude that I learned about a long time ago, and he supposedly flew into the, I guess, hole in the earth. And let's see his story right here.
And explorer Admiral Richard Byrd, one of the first pilots to fly over both the North and South Poles, organizes Operation High Jump, the largest expedition ever to travel to Antarctica. With 13 ships, 23 aircraft, and over 4,700 military personnel.
This was very important that after the conclusion of World War II, Admiral Byrd was asked if he would mount a large,
supposedly, right? Nobody can fly over the North Pole, right? Or Antarctica right now. It's so-called, I guess, a military zone that all the countries sort of agree to.
And go for 4 months. It was supposed to be that they would go in December, January, February, and March, and there was a list of military goals that they were to achieve. But by the end of February, something happened.
One of the mission's official goals was investigating sites for potential military bases in Antarctica. But during his explorations, Admiral Byrd
nice
allegedly
jacket,
came upon
homie.
something highly unexpected.
I need that.
This story is said to come from his diaries, not his published account of the trip, but something he held back and then later was suppressed by
so he never put this out.
That found it
his son, he wrote a diary. He never put out the diary. His son, after his death, put out the diary. So whatever he's seen, he kept to himself. He didn't try to glorify. He didn't try to go on TV and talk shows and all that stuff and say what he saw. Whoever he spoke to, he kept it to himself. And somehow they gave him some kind of warning. It's like they always give somebody a warning about something we didn't fucked up, right? Go ahead.
His diary, which was discovered by his son after his death, Admiral Byrd tells an extraordinary story.
Admiral Byrd heard there was an entrance to the center of the Earth through the South Pole. And he took planes into the South, under the South Pole. And when he did that, he discovered that as he flew over the pole, suddenly he's looking at things that shouldn't be there. I mean, it was temperate. His squadron flew under the Earth, into the Earth.
It turns into this lush and green area, and he can't even believe his eyes. But that's just the beginning of his extraordinary story. He tells how all of a sudden he starts to see a shimmering rainbow city that's made of crystal. His airplane is taken control of when he suddenly sees these flying disc-shaped objects around them that lead him to the ground. Whereupon he's escorted into a cavernous type of an area where he meets a being he refers to as the Master in his diary. The Master tells him that they're highly disappointed in what humans are doing with nuclear weapons, and how they've recently destroyed Hiroshima.
If you notice, with all of these, right, there's always some kind of warning, like I just said. Now, these can be these own people's thoughts, and they making up these stories to sort of like warn, the establishment that, hey, the atomic bomb that y'all just did, it wasn't good for the earth. But you got to understand something. Now, which leads me back to the real part. Now, if I go back to, let's see, the reptilians, on a percentage rate of believing that, I give it like 1%, 1%. But if I want to go on this story, Middle Earth, Hollow Earth, or Abnel Bird, his story, he at least got me in the 20 to 30% range, because there's a reason that they are controlling this area right now. You cannot fly a plane over it as we speak right now. And also, I think one of NASA cameras captured some kind of hole at the top, but it was, I don't know. But anyway, I would give this story right here at least 30 to 40% of being true. That's just me. So he sort of got me on this one. So got to understand it. Like I said, he never put it out. His son put it out. He wasn't a media whore. He didn't give out no information. He passed away, and his media whore ass son put it out. So I will lean towards at least 30 to 40% of this story being true. All right. Number 3, conspiracy that everybody always talk about. And this one right here, oh my God, this get on my goddamn nerves. I don't know why. Okay, this is flat Earth. Now, I want to start by saying I have a telescope in my living room, right? It's a big telescope. It just sits in there now. But I actually brought it to the backyard, and it took a while to zoom in, because, this direction is actually that direction. So to find a star, any kind of planet, it takes hours. And if you got one of these ones that don't have a automatic finder, you would know that. So in my view, I think I got videos of it. I actually captured Jupiter. So I seen Jupiter for the first time with my own eyes. It was a beautiful sight. So when it gets down to this story, right? And let's pause it right here. Let's pause it right there. Earth. When I seen Jupiter and all Jupiter little moons, it was a beautiful thing. I seen the colors. I seen Saturn. I seen the rings. It was a beautiful thing. That's what Jupiter looked like. It was round. It was ball shape. Okay. Now, flat earthers, for some reason, think that we live on some shit that look like this. I just had to, let me take a drink. It's actually scientists that actually believe that's what we live on right there. A landing strip, something that looks like a aircraft carrier. But everything else you look in a telescope, it's round, circular. Mars, circular. The moon, circular, right? So I just don't understand where the flat earthers get this from. And you can see, I think King Kong, the last King Kong movie, they was talk about this. All right, now, this is another one that somehow the water runs off the side. So that means that we are getting water from somewhere for it to just run off the side and never run out. Okay. And the sun is on a circular, so the sun is probably, I don't know, the size of the moon, sun, and it just goes around in this little sphere or whatever what's that little canopy thing right there, the little light thing that's going around. I don't know if that's because they say something about an ice wall that goes around the edge. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. This shit give me a headache just talking about it, but this is what people believe, so I had to put it up here. Okay, I had to put it up here. So yeah, this is it. Like I said, this is where we live at, right? Now, people might say, what's the proof? You don't know how it looks out there? Yeah, I don't know. But I would take anybody that believes that we live in this or this to just, get on a flight or see if you can go up with NASA or something. Just see, just try. Because it's people spending, going to conventions and shit like that, spending a lot of money. And, they are convinced that we live on this, but I'm not done. There's something else. Okay, this is something that's called, what is it? Terra Infinita or something like that map. So anyway, I can't zoom in, but these little circles, so this circle would be the Earth. This is like, another kind of map that's not flat Earth. It's like there's no such thing as space in this map. It's just land masses that's covered, by water. And each landmass right here, right? Each landmass has a little either ice wall going around it or some kind of mountain wall. So this community of, states or countries cannot mess with this community. You see what I'm saying? Or this community. And I guarantee they got Atlantis somewhere out here with that stupid shit. I guarantee you. I straight guarantee you Atlantis is out here with that stupid shit. So this is what you get when, I don't know. So what I would do with this one, if I'm looking at the flat earth and I want to put that on a scale of how much I believe it, a percentage, I say 0. 0. Okay. I need more proof. The proof that I got is not there. I'm sorry. So y'all didn't waste my goddamn time. Next one. Now, this one, hold up. This one, I believe. Now, I always said, you know how you go get a license? Hold up. Let me fix my microphone. Sorry about this. Keep dropping. I gotta get some new shit over here. You ever know how when you go get your license, right? And they ask you, hey, do you want to be an organ donor? I think I was an organ donor for like, I don't know, a year or two. And then I started to do research on it. I don't know. It's like, this could be fake, or, but it just feels like when you're an organ donor, you're being watched. It's like, I don't know. You can have it in some private paperwork. You don't have to put it up there that you're an organ donor and your blood type is this, and that. So let me show y'all this map real quick. This was kind of strange. Okay. Hold up. Stop it. This right here is a map of the missing people. No, hold on. I'm sorry. This map right here at the top, this one at the top, is the cave system in America. Okay. This is the caves in America right here at the top part. At the bottom, these are the missing people reports. Oh, let me get rid of this. Let me hide that so you can see that better. Okay, you can see that a little bit better. I can't move my Cash App sign, so. All right, now. This one hits a little different because I really think something is going on when it comes to people being stalked, people being kidnapped, and I don't know. Just think about this. And I always had this stupid thing in my head that when you go to a hospital, now I know that's not true, but I always thought it was true, and I probably still do think it's true. You go to the hospital and just say you get shot, I don't know, in the stomach, right? You get shot in the stomach. You can actually survive. It's a survivable wound. But if your heart is $1 million or $2 million or $3 million, right? And your lungs and your kidney and all of this shit costs money. But saving you is different. Saving you is a minus. But letting you pass away is a plus. As far as who getting paid that money, I don't know. Do do each one of those hospitals get a kickback if my heart is worth $2 million? Do that hospital get a kickback? And does that ER doctor or whoever's taking care of me, do they get a kickback? So I always thought that it was something serious and weird when it came to like missing people and just, I don't know, people dying and they get found with none of their organs. And it's just me. So it's another thing y'all should watch. It's called Missing 411, and it's a show on how many people go into national parks and disappear. I mean, like your child is right there next to you. You look back and your child is gone. You call him Henry. I don't know, just say your child named Henry. You call him for Henry gone. But guess what? A week later, Henry is found up a ridge that a human can't get to. So check out that I think it's called Missing 411. That's got to be one of the craziest things that I've ever seen. So when I bring out this factor on, it's this organ harvesting and missing people, percentage-wise, I get this a straight 100%. I believe this. I don't even want to talk about it no more. That's how much I believe it. 100% this shit is going on. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be an organ donor. I don't know. It just seemed like you being watched and shit, I don't know. But also, I still think that, all right, you remember back in the day, you had royal families and just higher up the chain people, churches, different organizations, they used to, even if you go back into ancient times, right? They used to sacrifice people. So if by any chance you think that sacrificing people shit then stopped, you got another thing coming. But I'm gonna leave that there. Okay, let's go to this is a quick live, guys. I was just gonna come up here, knock this out real quick, something I wanted to do about 30 minutes, something light. So almost through. All right, let's get to the the bread. Well, I mean, steak and potatoes, not the bread. Steak and potatoes. I'm sorry, that meant to say it's not real. I apologize. Jesus Christ. Anyway, the moon. First of all, I want to start by saying, let me take that off, because if I can't change it, I want to take that off. Hold up, let me see. It's cool when you, let me see. Yeah. Okay, that's better. Okay. Let me explain something to you, which gets me a little bit weird in this situation. If it comes to me, or what I think, it's hard for me to believe that we even went to the moon. And from what I know, the stuff that I've seen, if you got the moon here and the Earth, you can fit all the planets in between the moon and the Earth, right? All the planets in our solar system. You can fit them in between. So somehow, some way, when we had, technology that's way less than what we got now. I mean, it's more technology in this watch that I got on now that was in, the spaceships that we had back then, right? The shit that so-called got to the moon. And the reason that I showed this image right here, excuse me, this is the Van Allen belt. This is a belt right here of straight hardcore radiation particles. So if you come out of Earth and you're going to the moon, you go through this belt right here, right? As a human, as a meat locker with bone in the middle, you will be fried like, I don't know, you leave a piece of chicken inside the microwave too long. That's what will happen to you if you fly through this Van Allen belt. So our astronauts that went through this belt, the couple astronauts that we had that supposedly went to the moon, they went through this belt with no issues. They had no prior issues after this. They was actually cool after they went through this belt. So if you do more research on this belt right here of charged particles, charged radiation particles, right? You will know that something is fishy. And then if you look at the video of, the flag moving and all of that stuff that's on all the archive images that NASA had of the moon landing, you would know that something was fishy with that. Not only that, I ain't done. They said all the technology from the past has been lost. That's why they didn't go back to the moon. I call bullshit. You know what I think? I think we didn't go to the moon. But I got something else. The moon is not real, or so a lot of people say. If you don't know where that song came from, just don't even watch this video. Okay, don't even watch the video because you won't understand anyway. All right, so let's get to this.
Since the dawn of man. And although many theories have been proposed, scientists cannot say with absolute certainty how this celestial object came into being.
How, baby?
When I was a student, nobody really knew where the moon came from, and because it's so relatively big, this was a real problem. And I think that there is a tendency to think that moons get somehow captured by the parent planets. If you've got one body here and another body coming along, it can't just get trapped into orbit like that. The difficulty there is just basic physics. So this remained a puzzle until about 20 years ago when another theory came along, and that is that the proto-Earth was very early on in the history of the solar system, hit by a Mars-sized body, hit obliquely, that this Mars-sized body plowed into the center of the Earth and became the Earth's core, and a lot of the outer material got stripped off by this gargantuan collision and coalesced to form the moon.
Now, they had to come up with a very bizarre theory for how the moon came into being because all the conventional theories don't make any sense. The best theory of the moon's formation is phantasmagorically catastrophic collision of two things at just the right angle to form this belt of debris that then formed the moon. But the moon, its exact size is such that it gives us total eclipses. Its disk exactly covers the sun.
Perfecto.
And the chances of that occurring are so literally astronomically small. It's very disturbing.
The sun's diameter is 400 times greater than the moon. And coincidentally, the sun also happens to be nearly precisely 400 times further away. This is the reason that the sun and the moon appear the same size in the Earth's sky. And why we on Earth can experience eclipses of the sun.
It's just perfectly in that orbit to eclipse our sun. The odds of the moon being in that orbit accidentally are 1,000,000,000 to 1. So that right there, that our moon is in a perfect orbit around our planet that's not accidental.
In order to have a solar eclipse, the moon has to be exactly the size that it is, which is 2,160 miles. Not 2,161, not 2,159, but 2,160 miles at its equator. And there are people out there that actually think that's a coincidence. The fact is that is by design.
Throughout our observable galaxy, This relationship and others have not been duplicated. Other moons are sizably smaller by comparison to their mother planet. Earth's satellite not only orbits closer than it should for its size, it is also the only moon in the solar system that has a near-perfect circular orbit. And no other lunar bodies are known to have such a stabilizing role as the moon has with the Earth.
Recent computer simulations have shown that without the moon's presence, the Earth's axis tilt would be completely different than it is today. We might not
That's
even
why I
have
put this
seasons
number one.
as we
This
know
is
them
the
presently.
weirdest
Without the
thing
seasons,
ever to me.
it could be very difficult for life on Earth. So the moon is actually performing an incredible function. It's life-sustaining. Without it, we might not be here.
I don't know. Okay. Yeah, you can't land on the wall. All right. I believe that. Now, I don't know about this one, though. See, make believe. Now, you know what? I have a bonus one, so I will say. Wait. What? All this lights in the sky are low. I don't believe that one either. But look, I don't know nothing. What do I know? What do you know? What do I know? But the thing is, like, we having a conversation about it, so that's dope. So if I had to do this, yes, exactly. What do we know? I think the fun part of doing stuff like this is because I think we'd never find out, right? So if you did I think that's why, like, you got certain scientists that their job description or whatever they researching the truth would never be found out. So that's longevity at their job, right? So this is all in fun until asteroid come careening into the atmosphere and then boom, we out of here. But I do understand that. But thank you. What is that? Tomorrow, 76. 76. I was born in 76. All right. So I did say that I had a bonus one for you guys, right? Let me give you the take on the moon. When it comes down to believing this, and I don't know if on the scale of believability to me, is something up with it. Actually, the astronauts that claim they went to the moon, they did crash one of our satellites into the moon, and they said it rang like a bell for an hour, stating that it was some sort of hollow kind of structure. Hollow meaning it could be a metal structure. Damn, what's that movie? It's a movie that just came out. I forgot the name of it. It goes into the whole moon. It's a spaceship. It's a dope movie. I forgot it was on Netflix. I can't remember the movie name right now, but I would give the moon 90%. That's something. I don't think we went there, for one. I think something fishy about it, for two. And I think it was the Zulu tribe. One of those tribes in Africa talks about the time before the moon came, saying that two brothers brought the moon here. And just say, let's go crazy with it, because that's what I like doing. So let's go crazy with it. Let's just say an advanced civilization came here, just like you find a house on, a little block somewhere, and you pull up to the house, you be like, all right, we need to take care of the front yard. You need to knock that porch down, and we need to knock that fence down. We need to, get this grass right. So just say an advanced civilization, was looking for a place to live and figured out that this place was off. It was off. The weather was crazy. And by their calculations, if they can put some kind of force or tug that circles this thing, it would make it stable for life to evolve, start, or whatever. That's just a thought. So I would give this a 90% in my realm, but let's get to the bonus. And this is my favorite, the bonus, simulation theory. Now, we're going to start with this one, right? Stop this right here. Okay. So this is your eye. So this is light. So light comes in, it hits the back of your eye, and it gets sent to some kind of transmitters that go to your brain, and the brain tells you what you see, right? That's light. That's whatever, that's your sight. That's whatever I'm looking at right now. That's that, right? So I think this can be tricked. It can be bamboozled. And what is it? The Moore 76 says something like this. Now, I don't believe these are local, but I do believe these could be some form of an illusion. Places that we're not meant to go, right? We're not meant to see. We see it, but we're not meant to go to the point that we have to touch it. So you don't have to have actual mass or matter. You just have light. So none of this shit could be real in deep space. And another thing, I think a scientist said that the reason our light speed has a limit is because if you go faster than light speed, the things around you can't form in time. You know, it's kind of weird, right? It's kind of crazy. So another crazy thing is my favorite galaxy, Andromeda, is not real because Andromeda is so far away that no human on this planet, nothing we build, nothing we got, can reach Andromeda. So Andromeda can just be a mirage of light. That's nothing, no planets or nothing in it. It can just be a mirage. If we on a simulation theory, it could be that. But before I end it, let's check this out. Now, I call this the Grand Theft Auto theory. Let me, I don't need the sound. Actually, let me turn the sound up a little bit. Okay. Now, I'm going to break this down and we're going to have some fun with it. All right, let's stop. Simulation theory, right? You are this person right here walking. Just say in this game, he think he's him in this game. There is nobody controlling him. Every time he want to walk across the street, he want to go this way, he want to go that way. That's his own thoughts, but it's somebody with remote control controlling him. Now, this person over here to the right, he's just chilling. He's like he had a bad day. I don't know, his car got repoed. He probably lost his job. His girlfriend cheated on him. I don't know what's going on with him, but he's looking real sad over there leaning on the wall. Now, I can mix up a couple other theories into this one simulation theory. I don't know if you ever heard of non-player character. Now, non-player character, right? Ooh, we talking some shit now. I actually got a podcast. You check it out, the Lenny Reed Pod, on all platforms, digital platforms. I got a whole podcast on non-player characters. So this person is to the right. If you playing a game, he is a non-player character, right? So this person walking, he's just going down the street. People at the light. We all know they don't have shit to do with the game. They're just there for space. And you know what's crazy? When I was young, that's what I thought. Everybody was there for space. Just a part of my life. Damn, you almost got hit. Gotta look both ways, my G. So, see, people talking, they interacting, people fighting and stuff like that, and everything going on. Now, this is a simulation. And I think Grand Theft Auto is probably the best simulation, I guess, look out or readout that anybody can study, because this person probably don't know that he's being controlled. And you have other people that's going about their life and their only meaning is to walk past you at that certain time. Now, I'm going to do a little twist here. Okay, let's see. Where that banner at? Whoa, what did I just do? Okay. Hold up. March 76 going crazy over here. I hear you, man. Simulation theory. I gotta have you on one day, man. Okay, I gotta have you on because you talking some shit over there. I gotta have you on, man. Let me post all your comments up here. Let me see. Hold up, guys. Let me show this guy some love. All right. Star Wars, exactly. Man, I wish Star Wars real out there somewhere, man. I wish. Hold up. That thing is blocking it. Rabo, yep, yes, pretty much is. Yeah. The eyes, it's crazy how light have to go in your eyes for you to get the image. Who's to say somewhere within that transitional point of your eyes and going to your brain, and your brain is spitting out the image that we see. We think it's the other way around, but it's actually light is going in the eyes, which is crazy. Yes, pretty much. Man, you on your shit, man. Appreciate the comments, brother. Appreciate the comments. Okay, so I wanted to get to this last point here. Okay. All right, I want to get to this last point. And then damn, I was only supposed to do this for a half an hour. But hey, when you're having fun, that's what happens, right? Okay, so let me throw a curveball at y'all real quick. Now check this out. So, damn, please don't lose my point. Damn, my point is almost lost here. Okay. Now, as you have scientists check, and they all doing calculations to find if we are living in a simulation, right? They checking. It was one scientist said when he looked into the fabric of space, all he seen was ones and zeros. It's like he getting close. People was getting close, right? So imagine you playing this game, you him, right? You him. Let's roll with it a little bit. You him, right? You playing it like you at your house, you sitting in your living room, you playing it. And then boom, right here. He says to you, "Hey, what's up, man?" And you like, huh? You keep walking. It's a part of the game. So you keep walking, right? You keep walking. And then all of a sudden, he's following you. He said, "Hey, man, I need to talk to you for a second." You like, is this part of the game? I don't know. He said, "Hey, man, listen, is there anywhere I can get out of here?" And you just like, wait, what you mean get out of here? Even though you can't talk into the game, you probably figuring out what the fuck you mean to get out of here. He's saying, "Man, is there any way I can get out of this game? I know I'm stuck in this little simulation game. Is there any way I can get out?" I guarantee you that will scare the shit out of you. Right? So every time you log in, every time you play, you be on the side of town and you playing this game, right? And then he finds you, jumps out of the car or something. Say, "What's up, man? Listen, man, can you get me out of this game? I can't take it no more, bro. I know I'm strapped in here and I've been trying to get out this game for years." At a certain point, what would you do? What would you do? I know what you would do. You would turn the game off. And either you would try to reset it, restart it from factory mode or whatever. But you won't try to help that person because you would be scared to death, right? Because you didn't create the simulation. You are playing the simulation. So you sort of around the same as creating it. So that's the same thing if the simulation theory is real. And as we search on ways to try to find out if we in a simulation or not, right? If we try to search and find out if we in a simulation, and then one day There's a new news broadcast. We find out, boom, 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 we are in a simulation. It's news all over the place. What would the creator of that simulation do? He will reset the game. Just like that. All right, guys, it's been fun. And I thank you for, this is a quick show. I just wanted to do something real quick, real fun, you know, because I like this kind of crazy stuff. And thank you to, I think it's Tamor 76. Appreciate, man. Appreciate I'm having you on one day. We on kick it. We on talk knowledge. We on talk simulation theory. We on talk everything, man. I could have just threw the link in the description, but the comment section. But you know, I'm sort of pressed for time. I was only trying to do this probably 30 minutes, but it's almost an hour. But it's cool. It's cool. This was fun. Simulation theory. I want to put a percentage on that. I will go with, are we in a simulation? I don't know. Some days it feel like it. Some days it really do feel like it. I will put this in a high 90%. High 90%. There is no way to prove we are, and there's no way to prove we're not. And that's basically it. All right. All right, everybody. Thank you. Please hit the like button. When you watch this rebroadcast, comment, say something, share. I'm trying to put my fangs, or not fangs, I'm sorry, my claws on everybody. All right. I always say, man, when you go outside at night, look up, because you never know what's be looking back at you. All right, everybody. Peace.